Soldiers and soldierettes, get in your drop pod because Super Earth just deployed a Hollywood stratagem. During PlayStation's latest State of Play, Sony Pictures and PlayStation confirmed that the Helldivers movie officially has its leading man, and he's none other than Jason Momoa. The Aquaman himself is suiting up to defend democracy. And to heat things up, the film will be directed by Justin Lin, best known for directing multiple entries in the Fast and Furious franchise. Lots of flying men and lots of freaking explosions.
And maybe a few family puns here and there.
The plot details are still classified by the Ministry of Truth, but we know the movie drops November 10th, 2027. The games, they follow elite soldiers defending Super Earth from bugs, bots, and anything that dares question democracy.
It's gonna be epic, and Liberty just found its beard.
Momoa, a man of many talents and the ability to embody any role to the point of perfection. I mean, guys, dude was the Aquaman. He was Declan Harp. He was freaking Khal Drogo. You need him to fight a war? Say no more. Maybe a splash of water. Plop, plop. He's on board. Want him to conquer 50 nations, chop off 2,500 heads, sit on a throne with a pumped out chest and a beer belly?
He does that by breakfast.
Momoa is what's known as a jack of all trades, except he doesn't average each trade. He perfects them. They could have gone with a lot of other stars, guys, like Dave Bautista, Carl Urban, John Cena, Chris Hemsworth, Michael B. Jordan, and even the legendary Henry Cavill, who would have fit the bill more because he's like us, he's already a freaking gaming nerd. And if you wanted a dark horse pick, you'd go with Tom Hardy because that dude, oh my goodness, the way he just plays his roles, it's just anyways, out of all of these well-known and hardcore celebrities, they went with Momoa, and I believe it was the right pick because, guys, he just screams energy and aura. He can be this excited dude who hugs you, shakes your hand, laughs so hard, and in an instant switch to this serious monster who either wants to save the world or burn it. That energy, when taken and translated into the world of Helldivers, creates the perfect protagonist for this kind of movie. Helldivers has you crushing bugs, destroying eggs, nuking colonies, dropping in pods at the speed of light, and planting a flag before a bile spewer melts your skin off your bone and then picks its mandibles with them. Helldivers is pure chaos and madness, but behind it all lives one idea, one conviction: democracy! Long live Super Earth! Now close your eyes, picture Momoa taking off his helmet and screaming those words. I did it, and he seriously fit the freaking bill. He's honestly, guys, he's the kind of man I depict as a sarcastic yet serious type of soldier who would spit in a bug's face and yell democracy to it before shoving a grenade down its throat. He also has that kind of leadership vibe to him. I mean, you take his real life modesty, his love for the audience, his kindness towards strangers, and mix it with his acting career and his iconic roles. Guys, the man was born to be a cadet and rise in the freaking ranks. And here's something a lot of Helldivers players get. It's not about the strongest soldier in the room. It's about being the loudest believer in the room. There is no chosen one. The game literally gives you a volunteer, a citizen, a willing body who looked at the recruitment poster and knew they were sent to die and yet couldn't care freaking less. And Momoa embodies that dedication in a primal way. When he stands in a frame, he doesn't look like the calculating type of person who's figuring out his odds. He looks like he already accepted them and moved forward anyway.
They found the right man to scream for Super Earth.
Now Helldivers, it has a problem. A beautiful problem, but a problem nonetheless. It has no main character. I mean, the game has no Kratos, it has no Aloy, no Nathan Drake smirking his way through the ruins. The Helldiver isn't a person, it's a position, a uniform, a replaceable body shot out of a cannon with a rifle and a freaking dream. In the game, you die, and you die a lot. And when you die, another Helldiver drops in 5 seconds later for patriotism. So how the freak do you make a movie about that? I mean, guys, if you think about it, Sony is walking a very tight rope here, because once you cast Jason Momoa, you're automatically implying importance. You're implying screen presence, you're implying the narrative weight. Audiences, they expect a story, they expect the growth, the emotional payoff, they expect a character who matters and will survive. But Helldivers is built on the idea that no one matters, only the mission matters, only Super Earth matters. The individual is just a bullet with legs. So Sony needs to make Momoa the main guy. They need to make him the legendary Helldiver, the elite Captain America who somehow survives everything, the anchor of the squad, the face of the war. This, guys, this is the safer cinematic route. It gives the audiences someone to latch onto. It gives marketing a hero shot. It builds a trilogy structure if the first film succeeds. But now, that would be contradicting the main idea, unless they're careful about what the main guy actually means. Because Helldivers, it doesn't reject heroes, it rejects destiny. There's a huge, massive difference, guys. The game never says you can't be great. It just says you're not pre-selected by the universe to be great. You're not born with plot armor. You're not the prophecy child of Super Earth. You're a volunteer who stepped into a drop pod and hoped the landing zone wasn't freaking lava. So if Sony makes Momoa the legendary Helldiver, the trick isn't making him untouchable. It's making him feel like he earned it. I mean, if he survives, it shouldn't be because the script protects him. It should be because he adapts, because he leads better, because he believes harder, because when the stratagem beacon misfires and the squad they panic, he doesn't freeze, he moves. That preserves the original Helldiver's identity and idea. Because in Helldivers, guys, we all know that survival isn't divine favor, it's discipline under all conditions. The individual may be a bullet with legs, but sometimes one bullet hits every time. I mean, it's pure skill and instinct. And that's how you keep Momoa as the anchor without turning him into space freaking Iron Man.
Rip Tony Stark.
He becomes the face of the war, not because the universe revolves around him, but because he rises above everything long enough to become visible. The machine didn't choose him, he outlasted it. That right there strengthens the plot, because now the message isn't no one matters, it's anyone can matter. Anyone can become the legendary Helldiver if they survive long enough, fight hard enough, and believe loudly enough. And that's very, very Helldivers. The propaganda says you're expendable. The battlefield says prove you're not. So I do believe that Sony will probably take the safer cinematic route. They'll give us a hero shot, they'll give us slow motion armor sequences, they'll give us Momoa standing on a pile of bug corpses like Liberty sculpted him freaking personally. But if they do it right, he won't contradict the franchise. He will become the franchise, because Helldivers was never about a chosen one. It was about a volunteer who refused to quit. And if Momoa plays that kind of soldier, then making him the main guy doesn't break the idea. It evolves it.
Long live Super freaking Earth.
What about you guys? Do you think Momoa actually deserves this role and is fit for this role? Or in your mind, is there another star who could have done the job better? Drop your thoughts down below. And because I'm a believer, I will volunteer myself to act on behalf of Momoa.
I'll probably crap myself hearing fake explosions.
And guys, thank you once again for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please consider leaving a like and subscribing for more content in the future. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.